Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is complex conjugates. And what we're talking about here is what's going to cancel out your complex number. If I have something like 5 plus I as my complex number, the conjugate is going to be 5 minus I. A couple things to keep in mind here. The 5 doesn't turn into negative 5. The I is still I. The only thing we're changing is the sign in between the two of them. Alright, so it's really tempting if you have negative 5 plus 3i to come up with 5 minus 3i as your conjugate, but you need to leave that negative on there. All we're switching is the plus minus in between. Alright, so we'll leave that leading coefficient unchanged. So let's go ahead here and try these. We're going to multiply each complex number by its complex conjugate. So our complex number is 1 plus I, which means its complex conjugate is 1 minus I. We're going to see what happens when we multiply these two things together. We're going to have 1 minus I plus I minus I squared. The i's will cancel out. And we'll have 1 minus I squared, which we will simplify, but go ahead, I'm going to flip back here. If we look at the rule here, when we multiply complex conjugates together, we're always going to get A, whatever the first part is, squared, plus B squared, without the I on there. We will not have the I anymore. So what we have here, if we thought of this as 1 plus 1I, we're going to have A is 1, 1 squared is 1, so we do have 1 plus B squared, which is still 1. So there's a shortcut here, and it depends on how familiar you are with this technique to see how much time that's going to save you. But let's go ahead and take a look at B, and I think you'll see the shortcut here will actually save you a little time. I'm going to do it all the way out, and then we'll take a look at the shortcut. 4 minus 3i times 4 plus 3i. 4 plus 3i is the conjugate. If we were to FOIL this out, we would have 4 plus 12i minus 12i minus 9i squared, which is 16 minus 9i squared, otherwise known as 16 plus 9. Take a look at our A. Our A is 4. So we get 16. Our B is 3, so we get plus 9. So we'll have A squared plus B squared. If we add them, we get 25. Okay? Alright, see if you can try it on your own for 41. And so take a minute, pause me, come back when you're ready to go. Alright, the complex conjugate here is 9 minus 2i. Using my shortcut, the answer to this is going to be 85, because 9 squared is 81 plus 2 squared, which is 4. I'm going to multiply it all the way out just to make sure we've done that right, and we can check. We'll have 81 plus 18i minus 18i minus 4i squared. Cancel, cancel. 81 minus 4. I squared is negative 1, so 81 plus 4 is indeed 85.